The court sitting at the Kumasi Central Prison in the Ashanti region has released a mentally challenged remand prisoner, Mr. Kojo Same, under the Justice for All program. He had been in pre-detention for more than 8 years without any court appearance. 6 other remand inmates were discharged.
At the Kumasi prison in the Ashanti region, 105 remand cases were reviewed in 2 court sittings. 3 women on remand also had their cases heard. 35-year-old Miss Constance Atta, who is charged with embezzlement of over 80,000 Ghana cedis from a school she works for, was granted bail in the sum of 200,000 with 2 sureties. These must have a fixed place of abode and a global positioning system GPS address. According to Miss Constance, she used the money to settle pressing family needs. Another female in detention, Miss Diana Asso, who has been in prison for nearly 3 years, is accused of murdering a physically challenged woman who she claimed was having an affair with her husband. According to the facts in court, the 24-year-old mother of 3 woke up to the absence of her husband in bed, only to find him in their living room in a compromising position with the deceased. Miss Diana Asso is said to have picked a quarrel with the deceased and in the process hit her with an object. One observation at the Kumasi sitting was the number of mentally ill remand inmates who appeared before the court. One of the cases was that of an inmate who constantly cut himself with objects in prison. Another inmate had to be handcuffed before appearing before the court because he was temperamental and could get violent. Both cases were referred for psychiatric treatment pending trial. A 25-year-old third-year student who had been remanded for nearly 4 years for murder was also discharged. He told the court he picked a phone chip of the deceased on the floor and was using it, and that he knew nothing about the murder of the deceased. In the case of Mr. Kojo Same, who was accused of murdering his mother, the court found it challenging to release him after spending more than 8 years in remand because he had developed a mental illness and could not locate his residence. The court later asked the investigator in charge of his case to follow up on details of his docket so he could be released for proper care.
This is the statistics for the sitting. 7 were discharged, 2 were convicted and fined, 53 were granted bail, 20 applications were refused, 15 applications were struck out, and 8 of them were referred for psychiatric treatment.
Of the 105 cases that were reviewed, defrauding by false pretense was paramount.
We must send a note of caution to the public to be a bit careful because the fraud cases are quite many in the cases that we dealt with.
One situation that usually confronts the Justice for All program is finding sureties to sign bail bonds for remand inmates.
We are still making follow-up with those who have been granted bail so that we can talk to their families, for their families to come and stand surety so that they can also go home and then go and continue the case.
The 2-day exercise saw 2 court setups of over 5 hours of reviewing all 105 cases.